Guys, what's up? This is me, Champion19, and today I'm going to be reacting to one of my favorite, or actually, I've already established this in the last video I uploaded, reaction video. Anyways, Swoozie, and I'm going to be reacting to his video called Existence of God. Now, if you guys aren't religious, I would not recommend you guys watching this reaction video. Actually, I would recommend you, because this is some stuff you guys need to see and really think about when it comes to your opinion and your decisions and things. And guys, I'll tell you this right now. This video really does get you thinking. So yeah, or less, let's get into this video in about 3, 2, 1, now.
Video games, girls, relationships, we've talked about all that stuff. But now it's time to get to the one topic. That's one of my personal favorites.
Same.
God. For a good portion of my middle school years, my parents would wake me up every Sunday and send me to Sunday school.
Same.
See, on Sunday mornings, I was not the happiest camper.
Nope.
Okay, because Monday through Friday, I had to wake up early to go to school, and then Saturdays was all about Saturday morning cartoons, especially in the 90s. You know, we had Darkwing Duck, we had Tiny Toons, we had Pinky and the Brain, X-Men. Some of you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. So on Sunday morning, when all the other kids are like, "Praise Jesus," I'm sitting there like,
yep. Just a bit.
So one Sunday, just to be, you know, disruptive, I guess you could say, I raised my hand. I'm like, "Teacher, I got a question." And the teacher's like, "Yes, young man, what's your question?" I'm like, so God created the earth and everything, right? "Yes, young man, God created the heavens and the earth and everything that dwells within it." So, if God created everything, who created God? Can you tell me that? God created God. See, that answer didn't sit well with me back then, because I was expecting like an explanation that was the equivalent of steak, and she was just giving me like a slice of bread. How do you really argue with that? You can't.
Nope. Not really.
Argue with that, especially, you know, in middle school.
Yeah.
You assume the teacher knows 10 times more than you. So, yeah, you really can't argue with that. But it didn't sit right with me for a while, because it was just too simplistic.
Guys,
you know, I see how complicated everything works.
He's grown up in the same church that I do, so not actually the same exact church in the same place, but like town.
There's the belief in God. There's the belief in the Big Bang. There's the belief that God created the Big Bang. There's the belief that the human brain is too limited to even begin to understand the capacity of a God.
He's kind of mentioning something.
Different beliefs. On the topic of God, I've noticed that interpretation and observation are pretty big. When you're going about your day, there's a lot of things to observe. You know, in all the years that we've been on this planet, there's a lot to observe.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's try a little experiment here. You guys see that Yoshi and Mario sprite back there? Is it logical for me to say somebody made that? That thing is awesome. I mean, just look at it.
Sure
is that not the coolest thing you've seen all day? See, it's easy to look at something like that and just be like, "Oh, that's awesome," and go about your day. But when you really stop and look at it and break it down, you start thinking, okay, there's about 200 and something blocks there. You had to get that wood from somewhere. There's also paint that probably went into this whole process, so somebody had to buy that paint. Somebody had to lay those blocks out. Somebody had to paint those blocks. And once that's all done, I mean, there's a design there. So somebody had to be following some kind of design. Somebody had to glue all that stuff together, and then it's up here in this room. So somebody had to put it there. I mean, this didn't just appear out of thin air. I mean, look at it. That thing is pretty complex. Looks like somebody just grabbed Mario and Yoshi right off the screen and plopped them in real life. You know, it's pretty logical for me to say that somebody made that. It's also logical to say that whoever did that is a genius and probably absurdly good looking. That's logical. See, the more complex something is just more evidence added on that somewhere along the line,
he's like, it's all
a creation demands a creator.
Exactly.
A building that's proof that somewhere there's a builder.
Yes.
If you see a painting, that's proof somewhere there's a painter. Whether I meet this person or not is irrelevant. The creation proves the existence of some kind of creator somewhere. Now that's some logics. Think about it. Just the fact that I exist is proof that somewhere at some point in the timeline that there was a man and a woman that got together, and that's just proof. I'm living proof of it, you're living proof of it. You don't have to meet my parents, I don't have to meet your parents. The fact that you exist, the fact that I exist, that's enough proof right there. I'm gonna reanimate a quick example that I used in the past because I really like this example. Computers. So you have man. Man creates computer. Computers can talk to each other. Man is the creator, existing outside of the creation. Is how it tends to work. You still with me? The other parallel that I like on the topic of the whole man and computer analogy is two people arguing over whether God exists or not is similar to two computers arguing whether or not man exists.
Yep.
They could sit there arguing all they want. I mean, even computers. Where did computers come from? Maybe there was an explosion in some computer factory somewhere, and then all of a sudden we got computers.
That's for all you scientists out there.
So it should be pretty clear what side of this I'm on here, but let me tell you guys real quick what I believe now. You know, I drive down the street, I look up in the sky, I see those clouds, I see the grass, I see dirt, I see animals, I see just beautiful landscapes, I see beautiful sunsets. Some of you guys know I travel from time to time, I make the video blogs, and I sit back and I look at all the intricacies that are involved from everything from these big old mountain and huge sceneries down to the little insects. I see all this stuff and I'm just like, this had to come from somewhere, you know. I've seen explosions, I've seen what explosions produce. The last time I heard anybody talk on this topic, they said there's not a single shred of evidence that God exists. I don't know, dude. I think sometimes it might just come down to where you point your attention because let's just say I plopped you into this planet at 18 years old and all I'm showing you is war and people dying and diseases and all this other stuff and your attention is only pointed in that direction. But if I take the same person, plop them on this planet and show them all kinds of other stuff, and again, observation, interpretation, that's big. But be mindful of where you're pointing your attention because the way I see things, if there isn't a God, then we're just on this rock, hurtling through space at a few thousand miles an hour, and nobody's driving. But if there is a God, then it's probably a good idea to find out who he is and what he wants ASAP. I'm just saying.
Now, guys, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but he grew up in a Baptist church. I believe he still goes to a Baptist church. If he even gets a chance to go to church anymore, considering he does YouTube and he's always busy doing stuff at this point in time. But at least, at least he originally, you know, he grew up in a Baptist church, and he also went to a Baptist school, and you know, the same beliefs. You know, him and I both have the same beliefs in both salvation and, you know, in God and, you know, just everything. And basically, I found him over the summer, actually, and I'm really glad I did. Also, guys, if you guys didn't know this, he followed me on Twitter. This was a few weeks ago, actually. This was like around New Year's. I was waiting to do a reaction video to tell you guys, and I forgot to tell you guys in the video yesterday. But yeah, he followed me on Twitter, and I'm not even kidding, guys. I just went in absolute insanity mode. Like, I really did. And I just I couldn't really believe it at all. But it happened, and I'm glad that it did. And if it wouldn't have, I mean, that's just okay with me. But I feel blessed to for that to happen. But yeah, I really hope you guys do subscribe to Swoozy. The link to his channel will be in the description, as it was yesterday. And I know I'm going to be sending a lot of people to watch this video, and I'm going to be telling them, you know, watch the whole way through and everything. Yeah, him and I both believe like in the same way, and I can really relate. So I can really relate to him, you know, and that's really key. With finding a YouTuber that you really enjoy, and you know, and he's absolutely hilarious and everything. I believe he's working on a movie. Yeah, he's working on a movie right now, and I can't. I'm telling you guys, when it comes out, I'm watching it just like that, just real quick, getting it and watching it real quick. So, hope you guys enjoyed this reaction video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, like it up, please. Share it with anyone you know. Leave a comment down below what your thoughts on this is. You know, what are your thoughts about the whole subject? And also, you know, do you agree with him? I know I do. You know, he has some really key points in there. And, yeah. So, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Link to the original video will be down in the description. Also, the link to Swoozy's channel will be in the description. And I will see you. Wait, first off, I gotta say this. Hope you all have a great day. God bless you all. And I'll see you all later.